All right, everybody. So we're back for another one here. And the topic today is Daddies and Daughters. I heard some very disturbing, I guess I saw and heard some very disturbing things that's been kind of trending just around our nation, through our culture. And it happened to be a daddy pulling up with his two daughters, dropping his two daughters off to basketball practice. And he's playing some music, hip hop music in particular. And the depiction on this music was just, of course, just representing some of the foulest of the foul. Bees, hoes, talking about body parts, hoe this, hoe that. And his two beautiful daughters are getting out the car, 14 years old. And they're getting out the ride, getting ready to go to practice. So it just disturbs me because I'm asking myself, at what point as a dad do you say, you know what, this really ain't got nothing to do with religion, it ain't got to do with spirituality. It's just common sense that I don't want my daughters to be objectified in this way that I'm sitting there celebrating this music with them in the car. You got these rappers, these grown men rappers on here talking sexually explicit lyrics with my 14-year-old daughter hopping out the car. And I'm like, when did we get to the place where that's just okay? We just celebrate it as it's just cultural music.
How is that normal?
How has that became normalized?
I don't know.
and I'm coming at this from a non-spiritual basis.
Yeah, because if it's hecka spiritual.
Yeah, it's hecka spiritual, but we're gonna come at this.
Yeah, we just come at it from just a world
humanity, just a world front.
Just a regular dad. Even the Italian mafia will choke a man dead if he disrespected his daughter, and they are devilish as all get out.
They're killers of all killers, and they have a level of respect when it comes to their family.
When
to their women.
When do we lose it?
And we had that here in America as black people. We had that. So you can't say it's just from slavery, because there was a time when we had a sense and understanding that our women were important, our boys were important, our daughters were important. So we got to get into this and understand. I'm just trying to figure out the mentality. I have a lot of theories and ideas, but I need to understand what goes through the mind. Are we so blinded? And I'm talking about as African-American fathers now, because I know we live in a hip-hop world, a generation that's being raised and bred on hip-hop music, pop hip-hop music on top of that.
Because it's not even
good music anymore now.
Not talking about anything. I don't even know, but hoes and doing this to them. And
originally, you had an art form of music that was spending time rapping and speaking about things that were going on in the community.
Right. Now they're creating things to happen in the community more so. Because we've always had that undercurrent of, the secrets. Because, to be honest, we've always had those under secrets. But now it's just not a secret anymore. Let's blatantly talk about it and show our little girls that this is how a man should talk to you and treat you.
Yeah. So sticking to the subject, that's what I'm talking about. It's just that part. Like, okay, so when you raise your daughter, aren't we supposed to be trying to prepare? Okay, so say that my daughter was interested to marry or to date the same rapper that I'm listening to. How can she differentiate that this is not the person, Dad, that I should be with?
Right.
The woman beater, the pimp, the hustler, the gangster, the one who sleeps around with a lot of other women and brags on it.
Right.
I am one of his hoes.
And how you got the women even singing about being the other chick. Like,
being the other chick.
What kind of sense? No, who wants to be the other one? I don't. What? Never. Never wanted to be the other one. You're going to have to trick me into that.
So, right. Exactly. So, you can't blame it and say, well, it's just the culture, because if you look at rap music, you can find much better positive rap music with the same type
Absolutely.
of beat.
Absolutely.
So you can't say, well, I just like the beats.
Because there's so
that's what I hear from people. You know what? We just bang the beats. I ain't really tripping on really what it's saying. You'll hear girls say that. Oh, Mr. Mix, we just like the beats. We ain't really listening to how they talking about the bees and whole stuff. But of course, we're talking to kids. When I'm talking to kids, they don't say.
So
and
you
you're saying
listening to it. Are you saying the words?
You
so
putting it into your subconscious.
Stop that. You know every lyric. You can't tell me you only like the beat.
Oh yeah.
That's a lie.
That's a lie.
I cut that off at the head. Stop lying, because you know all the lyrics.
Right. You rapping.
So don't tell me you only like it for the beat. You like it for what it says.
You like it for what it
represents. You are identifying yourself as a BR hoe. No, not me, the other people.
Other people.
No. The one that's singing it is identifying you as it. So I don't care what you think you identifying, but the one who's singing it is identifying you as these bees and hoes that it's talking about. Stop celebrating it.
And see, what's so sad about this is when you work on a school campus, you see the effects of this behavior. You see the young African-American girls with little to no self-esteem whatsoever.
You'll see the parents dropping them off listening to that music.
You see the parents
first thing in the morning.
First thing in the morning, it's 7:30 in the morning. You dropping your kid off to school, where you say, "I'm sending you here to learn. I need you to learn how to read. I need you to learn how to write." And we're working in a school. We've seen these kids are 3 to 4 grade levels behind.
But they know all those rap lyrics.
They know all them rap lyrics.
Debauchery.
Oh, yeah.
Debauchery. That's not a word, but it's still.
But the first, and your breakfast, before you even eat breakfast, you done been filled up on being hoe, nigga, and pimp. Before you even get your toast.
That's the truth.
I mean, no, seriously. We got a cafeteria where the kids is coming to eat first thing in the morning. Before they can get there, they've been filled up for about 25 minutes of this. This is conditioning them to hate themselves.
Yep.
It's conditioning them to also appreciate and glorify the very thing that's killing them.
Yep.
In their own families. I would talk to kids and say, okay, a kid be like, I just listen to this Mr. Mix because I just like the way he rap it. I like this. I say, okay, but the dude's talking about murder, right? The dude's talking about pimping. Mm-hmm. So I said, let's take your mom. Let's take your sister. Let's take your cousin, your brother. So would you be happy and satisfied if somebody just came by and did a drive-by and murdered your brother, shot him in the head dead?
But he did it with a cold beat.
Did it with a cold beat. Off the music that you listening to. He was riding to whoever the latest rapper out, and he was hype. He said, I'm about to be bout it, I'm about to be gangsta, and I'm taking out whoever's in the way, and I'm shooting somebody up because I feel like it. Murder on my mind all the time, on the grind, and this is what I'm doing. And I said, so how can you support somebody talking about that when you don't want anybody murdering your family?
But it's just music, Mr. Mix.
That's exactly what you hear, too. It's just music. Mr. Mix is just music.
Music is a setting of a mood and an emotion.
And it has a spirit behind it. It has an art. It has the artist of that song has put together a piece of artwork with a purpose.
Yep.
It's never just music. I mean, nobody would sign an artist that's just making chaotic music. Even in chaos, it's a purpose behind it. It's a purpose behind it. It's a composition that's put together. I just wish that we would truly wake up. When it comes to us as parents, it's just very important that somebody has to wake up and say stop to the foolishness.
Yeah. And we talk about daughters, but it's the sons too, because I want my daughter to marry a good guy. And if he listens to that kind of music, I don't trust him.
Because you basically don't trust what he may believe, what he's internalized.
Yeah. I don't trust him.
It ain't him, but you're not sure to what level of degree does he have any loyalty
to that,
to your daughter.
Yep.
is he going to be loyal to my daughter, or is he going to send my daughter through constant frustration and sadness and pain?
Yep.
Because he's internalized for the last 15 years of his life
how to treat a woman.
How to treat a woman through music.
Through music.
This music terribly. Is raising him.
And watched his dad treat his mom.
And then watched his dad treat his mom, too.
If he was there.
If he was even there.
Yeah.
And why isn't he there? Because he got Felicia on the other side. He got Melissa on the other side. I don't know no Felicia. I'm throwing up these names, but I'm just saying.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, and that's the scary part. And I'm doing the same with my sons. Son, if you don't want to marry a hoe, check her music.
Right.
What is she listening to?
Check and see what how her mentality is being shaped.
Yeah. Is her dad okay in her to be that way? Right. And dads don't even know that they're okay in it.
Right.
Then they figure out how my daughter's 16 and pregnant.
Right.
You okayed it.
Right.
You okayed it on the many days you picked her up and dropped her off being in her life.
Right. Right.
How were you really in her life? And that's the heartbreaking part about it.
I mean, that's even worse when the slaughterhouse is within your own house.
Yep. That's the worst. At least when a girl doesn't know who she is and can't figure out life,
it's like,
because her daddy's not there, it makes more sense than when her daddy's there and she still don't know who she is.
Right.
Because her daddy only pumped in hoe and B music to her.
Right. So imagine this. Imagine parents sending their kids to school, but the subject is not math, it's not science, it's not English, it's how to be a pimp. Pimp 101. First period, you study the ways of a pimp. Second period, gangster. Third period, nigga. You even got nigga homework. Mm-hmm. Fourth period, how to get them hoes. Fifth period, how to beat up them niggas.
And how to make this money.
Sixth period, how to make this money on this street, how to hustle.
Poor babies.
Seventh period. So just imagine you send your kids to a school and these are the subjects with the teachers. Teaching, this is the curriculum.
Would you send your kids to
Would you send your kids to the daggone school is the question.
No, you would not. If you're
Heck to the no, you ain't gonna send your kid there. That would be insanity, right?
Right. Somebody
would hear that. That's insane. Well, how do you think a child learns? If they're in home and in the cars and in the environments and the responsibility and care of the real teachers, yep, which is the parents, mm-hmm, what do you think is going down subconsciously in their learning brain?
Right.
In their subconscious. We got to wake up, y'all.
Gotta wake up.
We got to wake up, y'all.
Now imagine being a teacher who knows that that's what's going on. As another black child, as a black woman, knowing that this is what these kids dealing with, watching the kid get dropped off by the parent, and then see the kid get in trouble and be in the office first, period, at school.
Right.
I look at this baby and be like, we getting on this baby, but yeah, we really need to be calling his mama in this office.
Oh, absolutely. And now the mama or the dad may be mad now at the school
because y'all picking on my baby.
Yeah. For enforcing the discipline from the behavior, but it's the school's fault now.
Oh, we got that a lot. It was always our fault.
And then we would sit them down and say, "Mom, we're not going to do that.
No,
we're not going to do that. There is a problem here that we need to identify."
Yep. And then when we identify that problem, they begin to pull their kid from the school because they didn't want to deal with the problem. They didn't want to deal with the problem within themselves.
They didn't want to deal with what's really going on.
Yeah.
Because we are not training up a child. We're not the one training.
Right. We trying to be a village, but I don't know what village you in.
Right.
I'm not in that village, nor will I train my children to be.
So our peoples, we gotta get together. We got to start. The reason why we're sharing some of this good stuff is because we have to just wake up. We have to realize kind of the responsibility that we have as adults. We have to start communicating, having conversations about what's really happening to the psyche and the social development of our children. We have to keep talking about what's happening in the schools and what's happening in our society because the world wants to take our kids, chew them up, and spit them out. You know, that's just what it is. So we are going to continue this conversation. That just happened to happen today. So that was a topic we were going down talking about today. But we're going to definitely continue these conversations. So let's keep it up. You guys be blessed. Part 2 is coming soon.
Like, comment, share. Tell us what you think in those comments.
Yes, sir.